honorable delegates, participants, and students. It is with immense pleasure and great enthusiasm that I, Ms. Sara Ruhela, doctoral scholar at ISME,
And I, Tanya Sehgal, a second year PGDM student at ISME,
extend our warmest greetings to all of you gathered here for the 13th International Conference in Contemporary Issues and Management. We are honored to host this prestigious event bringing together academicians, researchers, industry experts, scholars, and professionals. On behalf of our Honorable Chairman, Mr. K.J. Garg, esteemed Director and Conference Patron, Dr. Nitin Garg, Director Admissions, Ms. Pallavi Jain in absentia, Conference Chair and Dean, Dr. Ronnie G. Kurian, Conference Co-Chair, Dr. Basavaraj Swami, and Assistant Dean Academics, Principal PGTM, and Conference Co-Chair, Dr. Shampa Nandi, all heads of departments, faculty members, staff, and students of ISME. I welcome each one of you present here and virtually to this conference. In a world that's constantly evolving, where innovation and collaboration are the driving forces of progress, this conference serves as a platform for the exchange of ideas, knowledge, and experiences. Contemporary management issues reflect our commitment to exploring cutting edge concepts and addressing the challenges that lie ahead. Through the collective wisdom of our distinguished guests and speakers and the active participation of each delegate, we aspire to pave the way for solutions that will shape the future and discuss emerging topics in management. To begin this event, on an auspicious note, I request our Director, Dean, PG and UJ Principals, heads of all the departments, our distinguished guests to please come forward to light the lamp.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते
I request some research scholars to join us, please.
दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापम् सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तु ते ओ
Research scholars, please join.
ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रांश पतिः स्वच्छामि मे सदा रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् यस्य तिष्ठेतु मे दीपः तस्य नास्ति दरिद्रता शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
thank you all. With immense pleasure, I now introduce Dr. Ronnie G. Kurian, Dean of ISME and Conference Chair of the 13th International Conference on Contemporary Issues in Management. He has over 33 years of experience in business development and management of education. He has held various leadership positions in India, multinational companies, and in training and consulting organizations, He's a graduate of Ferguson College, Pune, MBA from Symbiosis Institute of Business Management, Pune, and has a PhD in marketing from Anna University. He has a keen interest and passion in entrepreneurship, teaching, and mentoring. He has helped the growth and development of management school as an advisor and in leadership position as program director, and dean. He is actively involved in student activities in creating leaders for tomorrow's business and corporate world by involving them in guided initiatives in their specialized field and inspiring them to learn industry level competencies. He has been head of the Australian Government's Trade Office for Karnataka. He has also been director of Xavier's Institute of Management, Bangalore. Dr. Kurian is the chairman of Association of Indian Management Schools, Karnataka and Kerala chapter, and is the executive committee member of NHRD Bangalore. I request Dr. Ronnie G. Kurian to kindly come on stage for the opening address. We welcome you, sir.
Good morning to all of you. I take this opportunity to welcome our chief guest, Dr. D. Rajshekhar, Director, Institute for Social and Economic Change and Vice Chancellor, Base University, Bangalore. I would also like to welcome Mr. Arnold Su, Vice President ASUS, our guest of honor, Dr. Anand Joshi, Ombudsman, Adani University, Ahmedabad, Country Policy Advisor, ISTC, Global London, and founder ex-Vice Chancellor at Atmea University. Dr. Jitendra Mishra, Professor and Registrar, Dean to the University. At this conference, ISME will proudly confer the Lifetime Achievement Award to Professor Jayashankar Natesa, Advisor, VIT University, Vellore, and former Vice Chancellor, Kanchi University, for his exceptional contribution to academics and research. We'd also like to welcome our Director, Dr. Nitin Garg, Ms. Pallavi Jain, our Director of Admissions, Dr. Shampa Nandi, Assistant Dean Academics and Principal PG Programs, Ms. Sashi Rekha, our Senior Coordinator, UG Programs, Dr. Basuraj Swami, our Head Research and Quality, distinguished guests, esteemed scholars, industry leaders, and respected colleagues, students, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the ISME Conference Committee, I am honored and delighted to welcome all of you to our 13th International Conference on Contemporary Issues in Management, SIM 25. This gathering of eminent professionals, academicians, and practitioners is a testament to a collective commitment to exploring, understanding, and addressing the evolving landscape of management in today's dynamic world. We stand at a pivotal juncture where management practices are being redefined by rapid technological advancements and shifting global paradigms. The convergence of management and technology is not merely an academic discourse, but a necessity for sustainable business growth and economic development. This conference serves as a platform to discuss critical issues, share innovative solutions, and foster collaborations that will shape the future of management, education, and practice. Technology has transformed every facet of business operations, from artificial intelligence-driven decision-making to blockchain-enhanced supply chains. The integration of big data analytics, cloud computing, and automation has revolutionized traditional management practices. While these advancements present opportunities, they also pose challenges, including ethical considerations, cybersecurity threats, and workforce adaptability. This conference aims to delve into these complexities and uncover strategies to harmonize technological evolution with effective management principles. We aim to explore how organizations are adapting to geopolitical shifts. We are beginning to see the effect of tariffs, changes in leadership in the international arena, digital revolution, and impact of AI on the business landscape. The program is rich and varied with eminent international and national keynote speakers. Contemporary issues in management refer to the current and relevant challenges, trends, and developments that affect organizations, leaders, and managers in today's dynamic business environment. The conference will deliberate on such key issues and discuss possible options and solutions. This conference will provide a platform for researchers, academicians, practitioners, entrepreneurs, and industry experts to share the latest research findings, discuss emerging trends in management, and exchange knowledge with thought leaders, technologists, and learning experts. This event will also feature keynote speeches from renowned scholars and industry leaders and will have practitioner-led workshop sessions. The goal is to foster collaboration, exchange ideas, and inspire further research and practical implementations in the field of management, offering valuable insights for both academia and industry. We have invited original papers for presentation from industry practitioners, doctoral scholars, and academicians on the impact of these contemporary issues on business, sustainability, and excellence. I am very pleased to share that this conference has received 208 submissions. I encourage all participants to actively engage, share perspectives, and build networks that will extend beyond these conference halls. As we embark on this intellectual journey over the next few days, let us embrace the opportunities for learning and collaboration. Let us challenge conventional wisdom, seek innovative solutions, and inspire the next generation of management professionals. I am confident that the discussions and deliberations at this conference will contribute significantly to the future of management and technology. Once again, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the members of the organizing committee, session chairs, knowledge partners, industry partners, sponsors, faculty members, staff members, and student volunteers for supporting this conference. Thank you, and I wish all of you a very productive and insightful conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for providing us with a comprehensive understanding of the conference. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Nitin Garg, Founder Director of ISME and Conference Patron of the 13th International Conference on Contemporary Issues in Management. He holds a PhD from IIM Lucknow, an MBA from Carnegie Mellon University, USA, and Bachelor's and Master's in Mechanical Engineering from the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. He was conferred the International Achievers Award for Academic Excellence by Indian Achievers Forum for making ISME achieve excellence in the area of management education in a very short time. He is a lead faculty of Business Strategy team and also conducts various workshops on subjects like negotiating skills, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Prior to ISME, Dr. Nitin worked in the area of technology and management consulting and was a senior member of Deloitte Consulting USA. Dr. Nitin is considered a serial entrepreneur and has subsequently gone on to establish NVT Quality Lifestyle, the real estate vertical of NVT Group, Get 100 Marks, and EdTech platform, 4 national public schools, leading school chain in Bangalore. Dr. Nitin's passion lies in the intersection of technology, business, and entrepreneurship. Now I would request Dr. Nitin Garg to kindly address the gathering.
I take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Rajshekhar Reddy, Arnold Su, my mentor, Dr. Jayashankaran, Dr. Anand Joshi, also, as these are my senior mentors who are directing the ISME, Dr. Chitendra, my friend, and various researchers in the conference, various other esteemed guests, faculty, our dean, Dr. Ronnie Kurian, our assistant dean, Dr. Shampa, Dr. Swami, Dr. Harita, the whole complete research team who has been part of the research conference, all heads, faculty, and staff. I think as we go about the research journey, and as we went about the research journey at ISME, we felt that it was now necessary for us to have a focused approach towards research. Yes, as far as this conference is concerned, this conference is about contemporary issues in various areas and domains, various domains with related at the economy level, at the level of functional areas, in the level of technology, and at the in education. So there's a vast areas to explore. But what I wanted to cover today was that at ISME, as we go about focusing on certain defined aspects of research, so that not only as individuals, we have a branding of a collective whole, of a branding in a certain domain of research. So that is what I would like to present in a very short time. What we want to do, as you can see out here, this is something which we have developed as a part of our research policy framework within ISME. What we want to do is to research on organizational excellence. So our dependent variable, and as we go along, and I think once the individual efforts might not create a huge impact. But if we have a collective effort, we have about 50 research scholars, we have about 30 full-time faculty, 35 full-time faculty now, and as we keep growing, this can become a much bigger area of impact. So our dependent variable is always organizational excellence, and I'll just explain to you what it is. But within that, you're looking at organizational excellence from three angles. Angle one is domain knowledge. Do you have a pointer? If can you just hand me? Okay. Domain knowledge. These domains are, of course, the management domains of marketing, finance, HR, analytics, supply chain, operations, strategy, entrepreneurship, corporate governance, CSR, technology, innovation, international business, and other interdisciplinary areas. So this is the first part. The second part is on human insights. Could be leadership and team dynamics, motivation, engagement, well-being, culture, change, ethics, emotions, trusts, and demographics, diverse DEI, and other human insight. And the third part is technology applications, which is cloud, computing, project management, various areas of software from digital automation, AI, and various areas. So these are three standalone things where we would like our researchers, our faculty to really create problem statements and research on are these intersection areas, because that is where we are calling the intersection of domain and people insights as peoplematics, the intersection of domain and technology as techmatics, the intersection of technology and human insights as human tech interface, and the intersection of all these three as people techmatics. This is the intersection areas, and how these intersection areas finally lead to organizational excellence will be what we will finally like to institutionalize, to research on, so that overall, as a group, we can create a certain enhanced value and an enhanced integrated impact in the area of research. Next slide. Now, just while I can almost go on for an hour on something like this, I'll just give you what really is organizational excellence. And organizational excellence could be excellence in management, excellence in business, excellence in social enterprises, and excellence in education. Now, each of these have different measures which have also been documented by us, but generally the themes are broadly within each of these four domains of organizational excellence. One is in the area of quality, second in innovation, sustainability, accountability, and ethics. So what we want to in summary do is that any of these four organizational excellence and how they get impacted. Can you go to the previous slide once again? How they get impacted when on certain unique area of an intersection of domain with human insights or intersection of domain with technology or intersection of humans with technology, or intersection of all the three together. And how finally this is impacting organizational excellence is what we would like our institution at ISME, our broader research scholar community to look into. And what we believe is that if we do this over a few years, we should be able to create a certain kind of knowledge branding, a certain kind of domain of excellence. And that is what is our endeavor in the future. Up till now, various scholars have done various things. There has been certain intersection, but there has also been a lot of divergence. We would like to now converge our research in these areas. I believe that these issues or contemporary issues help us to explore what are the emerging areas. And within those emerging areas, this framework will help us to define what we would like to do within our ISME and broader community. And I would also urge faculty from other institutions to start looking at their research, not only as individuals, but as a larger whole to create a broader impact. Thank you very much. Wishing a very enlightening 2 days of discussions, deliberations, and insights. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful and valuable address. In view of the impending visit of Honorable Minister, Government of Karnataka, and Secretary, Government of India, our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. D. Rajasekhar, is unable to join us in person today. We truly appreciate his commitments and we hope to have the opportunity to welcome him in future. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to introduce our esteemed guest of honor for today, Mr. Arnold Su. Mr. Arnold Su is the Vice President, Consumer and Gaming PC Systems Business Group, ASUS India. With over 13 years of dedicated service at ASUS, he has played a pivotal role in transforming the company's presence in India. His leadership has driven remarkable growth, pushing ASUS to achieve industry benchmarks through brand building, retail transformation, sales excellence, and strategic organizational change. A visionary in business development, Mr. Arnold has successfully led profit and loss management, sales and distribution, and high-performance team building, ensuring ASUS remains at the forefront of innovation and consumer trust. His journey within the company has been nothing short of extraordinary, having risen through various roles from branch operations to head office leadership before becoming the business head. His outstanding contributions have not gone unnoticed. Mr. Arnold has been honored with the prestigious Employee of the Year award globally in 2014, 2016, and 2022, a testament to his unwavering commitment and excellence. Beyond the corporate world, Mr. Arnold is also a passionate athlete. He has participated in various prestigious marathons across the world. With his wealth of experience, visionary leadership, and passion for excellence, he continues to inspire professionals and businesses alike. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome to our esteemed Chief Guest of Honor for today, Mr. Arnold Su.
Good morning. Kaise. So this is Arnold. I'm in India already 13 years. So today is my pleasure to be here to share some experience of my career in the past 13 years. But before I started to share the ASUS India's growth, I would like to spend some more time to talk about myself. So maybe you also know me a bit more. So actually, I grew up in a small country in Taiwan. Okay, so in the first 18 years of my life, I lived inside a factory because my family is in a factory. We don't even have a house. Everybody lived inside a factory. So in my 18 years of the early life, I was not really aware what exactly a house looks like. Yeah, maybe yes, nearby there are houses, but for us, for our family, we are just living in the factory. So the first day when I came to Taipei, when I got admission in National Taiwan University, so I was very happy. Finally, I can live alone. I can have my own dormitory. I can enjoy my life. But then I realized rights always comes with responsibility. In my first year of my college, I was not a good student. So I faced a challenge to get a good mark. But then I realized I have to study. I need to know what exactly I require in my life. So from second year onwards, I started to focus on lots of studies. Even I took a minor in political science. Because at that time, although my major is business administration, but at that time I realized business is totally correlated to politics. I need to realize how the world will impact the business, then it will help me for further growth. During the college time, in those 4 years, actually I spent lots of time in my hobbies. I was the badminton players in the national level in Taiwan, and also I was trying to participate in different clubs. So I participated in one school club which take care of the cancer students in the hospital. I spent 2 years over there. So all this experience helped me to shape my personality after I graduated. So in Taiwan, there is a law. It's compulsory for all of us to serve in army. So after college, I went to Navy for 1 year. So in those 1 year, it gave me and teach me the self-discipline, the importance. Because in the military, you need to wake up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., do whole day training, and then at night you have to sleep at 9 p.m. So that 1 year gave me a very, very important training of my life. So after military service, I think like all of the students here, it's a very important time to decide where to move on. So that time I was also kind of in a dilemma. Should I continue for the study or should I apply for a job? And if I apply for a job, where to go? So at that moment, I'm not quite sure what should be the industry I move on. So I took the interview for different industry. I took an interview in the banking sector. I took an interview in Foxconn, which is the largest manufacturer for iPhone. I also took interview in Acer, my competitor now. I also took an interview in Asus. But one thing I kept in mind is I had a small dream, which equal to my family background, because I came in a small town, right? So since my childhood, I was thinking, one day I want to go to the big cities. One day I want to go out of Taiwan. One day I want to go to somewhere which can give me a bigger platform to perform. So then, after all the interviews, I got the opportunity from ASUS. That is a global talent program. And after the training, they will send us to one of the country. So then I decided I want to go to ASUS, join this program. So after the training, company said, there is an opportunity in India. Would you like to come? Then I say, yes, why not? India is a big country. But to be honest, at that time, I have very less idea about India. Yeah, but in 2011, I took the challenge. I came to India. And initially, I was stationed in Pune. So I worked in Pune for 1.5 years. So in Pune, there are lots of colleges. I can feel the energetic environment of Pune city. Then after 1.5 years, then there was another opportunity to Chennai, handle the Tamil Nadu region. Then again, I moved to Chennai. I spent around 7, 8 months in Chennai. And when I arrived in Chennai, people there told me, in Chennai only 3 weathers, hot, hotter, hottest. Then I realized, yes, there is no winter in Chennai. Then after these 2 assignments, then company moved me back to Mumbai. So I started to handle different roles in Mumbai, from distribution channel, from e-commerce, and even smartphone business. Till 2017, I got this opportunity to be the business head for entire consumer PC business. So in the past 6 years, I'm in this role and handle the business. So now, coming to the business. So like me, I was studying business administration. Okay, so how this study helps me? I think that the first thing is the fundamental research knowledge, how you are going to use the data to judge how to take the business decision. And also, along with the research data, along with all the knowledge we have, because of the experience of in the market, you can really combine the knowledge you learn from the book and the knowledge you learn from the street. You can combine together and make a right business decision. So for example, in the past 3 days, when I arrived in Bangalore on Tuesday, I didn't even stay in Bangalore. We immediately moved to Hassan. And then we moved to Mysore. We went to Tunkur. Last night I came back to Bangalore in Tunkur. So why I need to go to market? Because when I sit in office, there are lots of research data in my desk. We have GFK reports, we have IDC reports, we have so many reports. So from all the reports, for me, there are numbers. But my professor in college, he told us one thing is, all the research is the data of the past. And your decision is the action for future. So yes, the data for the past is important, it's the fundamental of your business. But when you are in the market, you will be able to sense, and you will be able to tell the difference, or you will be able to enhance your belief. The market knowledge will help you to judge whether the research data is correct or not, and how you are going to use it to make a decision. So that is also why in a month, I only stay in Mumbai for 3 days. Yeah, the remaining days, sometimes I go back to Taiwan, sometimes I'm in the market. Like last week I was in Jabalpur. So Jabalpur, Rewa, Satna, so all the upcountry. Now in India, most of the city I try to cover. So as a business manager, and also as an education background from business administration, what I learned is we need to be in touch with the market, and we need to make a decision based on customers' requirement. Then I would like to share some basic principles, how issues or how we work. So first and foremost is in our business philosophies, we believe there is no magic, only basic. So for example, in the beginning of this year, we set up a goal to reach to every district in India. So there are 788 districts in India, 6,000 talukas in India. So I know that to cover all the districts by our exclusive store is mission impossible. So the only way we can do is we need to work with the channel partners. But then how to work with them is a big task. We need to define a policy. And then we need to roll out the policy. Based on the policy, if today I sit in the office, right, maybe every day I will receive a report from the team members. But the real situation, I will not be able to understand. So when I'm in the market, I will be able to follow the PDCA cycle. PDCA in our terms is plan, do, check, and then action again. So in the beginning of the year, we roll out the policy. But during the past 2 months, when I'm in the market, I realized something doesn't work, something worked. So immediately I can take a new action to correct the policy. So this is the first thing that we follow, no magic, only basic. Second is, we learn from NVIDIA. We call it strategy is an action. So in our belief is, we follow 1 minute rule. Today, if we decided to do something, then we roll out immediately. We are not afraid of mistake, or we are not afraid of failure, because we believe if today we make a mistake, we learn from the mistake, and then we can take a corrective action, then immediately we will move on again. But if today I sit and just to plan the business without doing anything, even though I don't make any mistake, but it also means there is no improvement in my business. This is the second thing we follow. And then the third one is the importance of the culture. Because now, like ASUS India, for example, we are an organization in India for more than 1,000 people. So in the MBA, we also teach the human resource, the people management, right? So as a manager, when I came to India, I was sent to Pune, and my job was to set up a branch office. That time, although my designation is a branch manager, but there is nobody under me. I'm the only one. Yeah, although it's a manager, I was the only one. Then I started to recruit people from the single person to 2 people, 3 people, and then started to set up various functions from sales. Then we recruit marketing, service, administration, back office. So what I learned from this journey is when you are a people manager, the team member, the scale of the team member is also related to your span of management skills. If you are alone, you need to do it by yourself. You need to try to be the market. Second, when you are just the 10 people's team, you will still be able to lead by example purely. But when today you have 100 people in your team, then maybe just by your personality or by your example is not sufficient. You need to have a process. You need to have SOP. You need to set up organization rule. Then today, when ASUS come to a scale of 1,000 people, then even SOP is not sufficient. Because by implementing just simply by SOP or by policy, there are lots of people that join today, they just come, but the culture, everything is not, they are not aware. So in the past 2 years, when ASUS come to the number 2 position in India with 1,000 people in India, in the past 2 years, we spend lots of time to try to build up a culture because we believe the culture will help us to lead the team to go to next level. Yeah. So this is the third important thing which we follow. Okay. Then last but not least is about the new AI era for everybody. So there are lots of questions in the world now because of the last 2 years when NVIDIA launched this new AI, right? And also the Copilot come to the pictures. There's a big question mark in every industry. Will AI replace us? As for me, the answer is no. So AI is still be a tool for us. But what is going to be changed is how the human being interact with a machine. So if you remember when the computer come to the picture, initially you need to type coding to work with the computer. Then when Windows or Apple, Magenta come to the picture, now you use mouse and the keyboard. Then in the past few years when smartphone came to the picture, then you start to typing on the screen, or sometimes you use the Siri or OK Google to talk, right? But how about laptop? Even till today, 99.9% of your time when you interact with a laptop, you only use mouse and keyboard. That's it. But when AI comes to the picture, you will start to see the change. The way you interact with a PC will no more just by mouse or keyboard. You will start to talk to your computer. And your computer will not just reply you by text. Your computer will start to talk to you with the voice. And then this will also change the way we work. Because now lots of things which you need to do it manually will be done by the AI himself. But then what is the value of us? The value of all of us is how you utilize AI to improve your work, to make your work even more efficient. So take example. Although I'm working for ASUS, but I'm a big fan of Apple. Okay, so recently I bought one MacBook. Then I was not able to use it. I was a bit surprised because everybody told me that MacBook is good. I'm not saying MacBook is not good, it's good. But because I'm using Microsoft, I'm using the Windows PC for 13, 14 years. So when I moved to MacBook, it's very difficult for me to understand how to use the system. So traditionally, how will we do? We will Google it. we will Google and then search, and then Google will give you a list of suggestions, or Google will just give you a website of Apple, and there will be some suggestion. But it's not really interactive. But what I did is, I just opened Copilot. I asked Copilot, now how should I start? It's like a human being. You can try. So then, in the past 1 week, I have so many questions. For example, how do I utilize iCloud to sync with my iPhone? Then the answer is not just give you a website. The answer is like somebody sitting next to you and tell you, now step number 1 is this, step number 2 is this, step number 3 is this. And if you want to have a quicker solution, this is the solution. If you are engineer, you want to try another solution, this is this. So AI will help us to improve our efficiency. And then AI is just like a person who sits next to you. And he is more like an assistant. So in future, you don't need to hire an assistant. AI is your assistant. And then people will ask, then AI is AI that one AI can handle everything? Actually, at this moment, even there are generative AI, but still not that strong. So what you are going to see is every industry, every field will have their specific AI. For example, in hospital, earlier when a new disease or a very rare disease come to the hospital, doctor has to study a lot or even try to find all the information to understand or try to judge. But now with the AI support, within a second, he will search all the data and give some tentative solution for the doctor to try. So every specific area, there will be different AI to review. Then what is our role here? Our role is based on your interest, based on your study, you can decide which area you would like to join, and then which area you can contribute. Based on the AI's data, you can do a judgment, and this will help you to improve. Yeah. So till here, I would like to take a closing note. So for me and for you, I'm really happy today because I already graduated long time back. But I'm really happy to come back to a college to meet all of you. And also all the senior professors are here because I have to say, we need to learn from all the professors because the knowledge they give to us is for entire life. And especially is the concept. Maybe today, I don't remember the precise context which professors told me in the book. But I remember one thing is, I need to keep my mind open-minded, and I need to be able to continue to learn. So I believe one thing is, the college teach us is not just about knowledge. The college teach us is how to learn the new knowledge for our entire life. So this is my sharing today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Su, for your valuable and thought-provoking address. Now, it is my pleasure to invite Professor Shruti to take over the stage.
Dr. N. Jaisankaran, former Vice Chancellor, Kanchi University and Director General, BIM. Dr. Jaisankaran is an eminent professor of management and is rated as one of the top 5 professors of management in India, under the merit list published by Business Standard. A great institutional builder, the Bharathidasan Institute of Management, popularly known as BIM, grew in strength and recognition under his directorship. Several of his students, mentored and groomed by him, are diplomats, heads of large corporations, and eminent academicians. Dr. Jaisankaran is an outstanding administrator and has been associated with various professional bodies and high-level committees. He started his teaching career as PG professor and head of 3 departments, mathematics, statistics, and computer science in the famous St. Joseph's College, Tiruchirappalli. He is honored by his alma mater, St. Joseph's College, Tiruchirappalli, as an illustrious alumnus. As an advisor to Chancellor in Narsimhanji University, Mumbai, he has developed many campuses in Bangalore, Hyderabad, etc. Narsimhanji Bangalore and Narsimhanji Hyderabad recently got the prestigious AMBA UK accreditation. Youngest in the world and eighth in India, Narsimhanji Mumbai got the AACSB accreditation. As a very senior assessor in NAC, he has assessed and accredited many well-known universities in India, including University of Mumbai, University of Pune, Symbiosis Pune, Bharatiya Vidyapeeth, to name a few. He has conducted academic and administrative audit for Madurai Kamaraj University, a university with potential for excellence, NM University Mumbai, and Bharatiya Vidyapeeth Pune. During the last 4-5 years, he has very successfully mentored well-known large universities and autonomous colleges all over the country to enhance their quality processes and secure highest grade with impressive scores. He is the founder and secretary of the Ramanujan Mathematical Society in India. He also sits as the chairman of the IIM selection panel for selecting students for various IIMs. He is the former Executive Council member of Association of Indian Management Schools, member of the NAC Inspection Team Calcutta, member of the committee constituted by AICTE to form norms for standards for management education, member High-Level Committee for Vocational Education constituted by Government of Tamil Nadu, a member of the Examination Board of the prestigious Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, just to name a few. Dr. Jaisankaran has been instrumental in making Indian ethos and values part of management that consists of both theory subjects as well as practical aspects like yoga, vipassana, meditation as a compulsory subject in management departments of universities as a member of UGC's Curriculum Development Committee. A very passionate teacher, he teaches various modules in mathematics, statistics, operations research, Indian ethos, organizational behavior. He enjoys being with students and leaves no stone unturned to motivate, mentor, and instill high ethical values in them. He has the wonderful ability to relate to students across all ages, cultural and educational backgrounds. He is a strong orator and is invited to speak on a wide array of topics ranging from online teaching, blended learning, positive psychology, and institution building. He truly is a rare mix of a seasoned academician, strategic administrator, and powerful speaker. Sir, we are honored to confer you the Lifetime Achievement Award. I request Dr. Jaisankaran to please come onto the dais. I now request our Director, Dr. Nitin Garg, Dean, Dr. Ronnie Kurian, Member of the Board, Dr. Anand Joshi, Assistant Dean, Dr. Shampa Nandi, Head of the Research Department, Dr. Basavaraj Swami, Dr. Harita, and Professor Shashireka to kindly come onto the stage to felicitate Dr. Jaisankaran. Miss Pallavi, elected admissions and external linkages, please. Sorry, I didn't see you. Dr. Jitendra Mishra also, please. Mr. Arnold, so please join them on stage. you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I now request Dr. Jai Sankaran to address the gathering.
Distinguished Director of ISME, my dear friend Dr. Nitin, and all the other professors, principal, vice principal, dean directors of ISME, and all my dear friends who have come here to participate in this function. I have never felt so nervous at the beginning of a talk as I do today. I've been a humble teacher all these years, but this is the first time when an institution has selected me to receive this Lifetime Achievement Award, I would like to convey my gratitude and appreciation for the ISME management for making this honor. When I reflect through my life, I don't know what is it that I have achieved. The only achievement is I am completing 80 years of age. That is the only qualification for receiving this award today. But when I reflect over my life, I'll give a brief introduction about my life. I was born in Trichy on 21st of December 1945. I'm completing almost 80 years. And I was a student of ERA school. I studied in one school, one college, one university. Like you have one wife, one son, one daughter, and one organization. Now, in those days, they are committed to a school. I studied in ERA school. As a school student, I was not that brilliant. I was just above average. Instead of only focusing on academics, I was focusing on all other activities, including arts, dance, drama, music. I used to sing, I used to dance, I used to participate in drama. I used to be a very popular AIR artist. Every Sunday there used to be a big program. I used to be the leader of that program. I took a lot of interest in other activities. When I was completing my SSLC, you saw the first photograph, the famous Tamil director Sridhar selected me to be a hero for the film Kadalikke Neramille. I don't have time to love. That is the title of the film. I was selected to be a hero for that. The heroine selected for the film is one Kanchana, and she was air hostess in Indian Airlines and Air India in those days. In those days, air hostesses used to be very fair, charming, intelligent, and Kanchana is one of them, right? So I was very keen to take up acting as a career. I come from a family of respectable chartered accountants and a Brahmin family. My father said, I will beat you with a chapel, forget about joining a film, and you will not be allowed. Next to me was waiting list one Raman was my classmate. I was selected. Raman was waitlisted. He accepted. He changed his name. He is the most popular actor in Tamil films, Ravichandran. You must have heard Jaishankar. There was another actor after MGR, Shivaji Ganesan and Gemini Ganesan. In those days, Jaishankar and Ravichandran used to be very popular actors in those days. He was my colleague. I missed that opportunity, and he had a glorious innings as an actor. Anyway, I don't regret. I come from a family of chartered accountant. Therefore, my father said, do CA and also do law. That combination my father suggested. I used to be a very talkative person as a student. Therefore, he said, law career will suit your capability. So I joined St. Joseph's College in PUC. It was in 1961-62. I selected mathematics, commerce, physical sciences and logic. If you want to be a lawyer, you must be strong in logic. I selected that group. And I was going through the program. One fine morning, instead of my regular maths teacher, one old man was sitting outside the class wearing a dhoti, chewing a betel leaf. We all thought he is a Hindi Pandit. He came inside the class and taught me mathematics for that one single hour. His name is Calculus Invasan. He was also the teacher for my senior Abdul Kalam. Abdul Kalam was my senior in the college. He was a teacher to Abdul Kalam also. An amazing teacher. That one single class from Calculus Invasan in mathematics changed my career. On that day, I decided I will specialize in mathematics. I will become a teacher. I came home and then told my father, I don't think I will do CA. I don't think I will become a lawyer. I will become a teacher and I will specialize only in mathematics. And I was a brilliant performer after that. That is the impact a teacher can make in the career of a student. Right? I became a top performer in BSc Mathematics. I got the University Gold Medal and first rank. And after this, I got a seat in MIT Aeronautical Engineering. There are only 10 seats in the entire country. I got that seat in MIT. Kalam selected the aeronautical engineering. I got a seat, I rejected it. I also got a seat in IIM Ahmedabad, the first batch. If I had selected, I should have been a classmate of C.K. Prahlad and Basantaraj. They are all students of first batch of IIM Ahmedabad. I consciously decided to reject both the offers, pursued my MSc Mathematics in St. Joseph's College. Again, I was a very successful student in MSc Maths. And when I completed that, that was the year 1968 when Ministry of Education decided to launch an MPhil. I belonged to the first batch of MPhil in Madurai University. Madurai University Maths department was supposed to be one of the best department in mathematics. I got a seat in MPhil. I completed my MPhil again with the university distinction. Then my alma mater, St. Joseph's, called me to become a teacher. So in 1969, I came back to St. Joseph's as a lecturer in mathematics. I was a very popular lecturer. You saw those photographs when I was a teacher in St. Joseph's College with a lot of hair on my head, a lot of brains also inside the skull. I used to be a very popular teacher in St. Joseph's College. And it's a permanent job. I worked for 2 years, then I decided if you want to be in academics, you need to do PhD. Otherwise, you will never be able to grow in academics. So I decided to resign this job and joined Madurai University for a PhD program. And I got the fellowship from Department of Atomic Energy. Therefore, I had the access to go and work in Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Bombay, one of the top premier research institutes in mathematics, physics, computer science. We used to get professors from Harvard University, Princeton University, and the field mentalists used to come and give lectures. I had the privilege of working with all of them and writing lecture notes. I was very lucky. I completed my PhD within 3.5 4 years. Doing mathematics research is not going to be easy. I know some people in TFR took 14 years, they were not able to complete. Because it's not like doing research in other discipline. Doing research in mathematics is extremely difficult. There are problems which are challenges to the human thought. There are problems which are 60 years old, there are problems 500 years old, there are problems which are 2000 years old, right? Therefore, any problem in mathematics is quite challenging to the human thought. I was very lucky. I was able to complete within 3.5 4 years. And then I became a senior research scientist under Department of Atomic Energy. It was in 1975, I got a call from my own alma mater. They called me to become a PG professor and head of mathematics department, which is a very, very rare privilege. St. Joseph's Trichy is almost 200 years old. For close to 160 years, headship in any department will be only taken by Jesuit fathers. Even a lay Catholic will not be allowed to become a head of the department or a senior professor. Only Jesuit fathers can be the head of the department. Breaking the 160-year rule, I was made the head of the department and professor at the age of 27. It's a great honor for me. I became a vice chancellor later. More than that, becoming a PG professor at St. Joseph's College in mathematics, to my mind, is God's grace. And very many people work for 30 years, 40 years, they were not able to become a head of the department. I became a head of the department, not because I am great. I was only blessed by my seniors and God's grace. So I did extremely well in the role as head of the department. I started the strategy department. In 1977, the great St. Joseph's College became autonomous. The first college to become autonomous in the entire country. There were 6 colleges which was made autonomous. In 1977, St. Joseph's was made autonomous. So I was instrumental in starting MCA. First MCA in this country was done in St. Joseph's College. So at that time only Fortran 4 was available. The question is, it's a 3-year program. How do you teach Fortran 4 for 3 years? We didn't have sufficient material. Okay? That was the challenge for me. So there was one Mahabala at IIT Delhi, very distinguished computer scientist. And there was Professor V. Raja Raman in Indian Institute of Science. His father was an old student of St. Joseph's, therefore I had access to him. I went to Mahabala, went to Raja Raman. We had a one-day meeting amongst ourselves. We are going to launch this MCA program. How do we design the curriculum? Today we are talking about graduate attribute. How do you want these MCA graduates to be perceived by the society or by the industry? At that time, computer science was not fully developed. So, should they be programmer or should they be system managers? After 3 hours of discussion, we said they will all become system managers when you complete that MCA. So, we said if you want to computerize the financial area, you must know financial management. So, we started introducing a course on financial management. Whenever you computerize the system, there will be resistance to change. Therefore, we introduced a course on organizational behavior, human resources. Then we found at the end of our discussion, 50% of the course was in management. Remaining 25%, I brought theoretical computer science and then optimization. All the OR topics, that is the way we filled the entire 3 year. Because we didn't have sufficient material for 3 year computer science course, right? Computer application course. Because I'm heading the department, I thought I will have to pick up an MBA degree. I was teaching in REC Trichy MBA program, but I wanted to pick up that MBA qualification after my PhD. I registered for MBA in REC Trichy, which is part of Madras University, subsequently Bharadas University. And MBA is an area, where the two difficult subjects are mathematics, statistics, and operational research. But I am a specialist in both the areas. Therefore, in marketing, if you are a good student, you will get 53. If you are an outstanding student, you will get 58. That will be the range in marketing management. In mathematics, if you are good, you will get 100. If you are bad, you will get 8. Both the scenarios are possible. Because I was in a PhD, I was a topper in the university. I got 100 out of 100 in mathematics, 100 out of 100 in operational research. So I became a topper in MBA also. That was the time when Bharadas University launched the Bharadas Institute of Management. And C. Subramaniam was the chairman. They were looking for people, who will be able to develop this school. First 2 years, it had a bumpy ride. They have got a very top professor from IIM Ahmedabad. He said we want 50 crores and 100 acres. And the university said even the university budget is 75 lakhs. Why do you go for 50 crores? So after 2 years, it was a non-starter. So Manisundaram was the vice chancellor at that time. So they were about to close the BIM. So I am a Trichy man, and there was one Arya, he's from IIM Ahmedabad. He was working as a deputy manager HR in BHEL. So we decided to take up this institute and develop it. Both of us went and met Manisundaram. He said this has to be decided by the chairman C. Subramaniam. We'll go to Chennai. So I have heard about C. Subramaniam. First time I'm seeing Bharat Ratna, who has worked along with Pandit Ji. Name any cabinet portfolio, C. Subramaniam has worked. R. Venkatraman and C. Subramaniam they were statesmen, towering personality. I had the privilege of interacting with C. Subramaniam at Chennai. And then he looked at Arya, he's a deputy manager in BHEL. He said, I can take a lean and then come. And he looked at me and then said, sir, you are a PG professor and head in a prestigious St. Joseph's College in Trichy. We don't know how this B-School will develop. Whether it will take off or it will be closed, I don't know. Or, taking a huge risk, at that point, I cannot move from college to university. I need to resign. For 12 years, I was a professor of mathematics, statistics, and computer science. I had to take a radical decision to resign the job and join this relatively unknown B-School. 1984, nobody knows. And C. Subramaniam had concern about my future, or taking a huge risk in resigning a stable job and coming over to an unknown B-School. Suddenly, the response from me was, sir, I appreciate your concern for my career, and I have been taking care of an old lady with a distinction. 160-year-old St. Joseph's College is an old lady. I looked after an old lady with a distinction. Now I want to rear a young baby now. That was the response from me. Somehow Caesar Brunia was impressed with that response. I want such entrepreneurs in education were appointed. That is the way the interview happened with Caesar Brunia. I joined the BIM. For me, there are only two choices. One, these institutes can either take to greater heights and I also grow with the institute. If the institute is closed, my career is also gone. Either I sail or sink with the institute. I cannot afford to choose the second option. We let us sail. So we put all our efforts and then converted it as one of the top 10 B school in a period of 6 years. BAM was considered as number 6 in the entire country because we projected it as the only B school in the entire country which is affiliated to an industry. Chairman C. Subramaniam always used to say, a medical college is useless unless it is attached to a hospital. Likewise, a business school is useless unless it is attached to an industry. Even IIMs are not attached to an industry. This was a unique selling proposition for BIM. We used that to the hill and we were one of the top 10. And we also became one of the top 50 in Asia Pacific region. And we ran it successfully for about 20 years. I was there as a professor, as a director. Then in 2003, I had the opportunity of becoming a vice chancellor. And then I became the vice chancellor of Kanchi University. I was there for 3 years. That was the tenure at that time. And then when I came back to BIM, the board was very kind enough to create a position which is equivalent to the vice chancellor's position, which was the director general position at BIM. And we decided to open up a center in Bangalore. I was running an executive program in Bangalore after my tenure at Kanchi University was over as a vice chancellor. That was running very successful at Bangalore. Subsequently, there was some Supreme Court judgment which said, we are a state university, your jurisdiction is only the state. You cannot offer any program outside the state. If you are doing it, taper it off. So we tapered that very successful program at Bangalore, we tapered off. And at that time, Narsim Modi was opening the Bangalore campus and I became an advisor to NMIMS. And first director was my esteemed colleague Dr. Suresh Pani, and he developed that as one of the top schools of NM. Even today, there are 11 off campuses for NM, but Bangalore campus is the best off campus in the entire portfolio of NMIMS, right? So when I look at the journey of my life, I started as a simple teacher and I became a head of the department and I was a successful researcher, successful director, director general, vice chancellor. The message that I would like to convey to you is, throughout my entire life, I never chased any position, power or fame. And this was a message which my Kanchi Acharya once gave. He said, in your life, you must have a glorious ambition, a goal, a laudable goal. It is like a brilliant sun. Walk towards the sun, the shadow will follow you. What is the shadow? Money, fame, power, position will chase you. But if you turn around and chase your money, fame, and power or awards, you will never be able to reach. As you walk, the shadow will go beyond you. You will not be able to reach any one of them. I was strictly following that advice given by my guru throughout my life, whether it becoming a PG professor in St. Joseph's College, the college invited me. In the BIM also, the chairman and the vice chancellor invited us. In vice chancellor, in Kanchi University also, the chancellor invited. So throughout my life in my career, I was very lucky that all these positions came to me. I never applied for any one of the positions. So in your life, you must always focus on your goal. Keep a goal, which is a laudable goal, keep on walking towards that. Another message I would like to give you is, I took lots of risks in my career. When I completed my PhD in TFR, I had offers from Harvard University, Yale University, Princeton, all top universities were giving offer. I rejected that and settled in St. Joseph's College as a PG professor. And because my father is also a old student of St. Joseph's College, he said becoming a professor in St. Joseph's College is much more prestigious than going to Harvard or Princeton. That's what my father said. I rejected all these offers and joined St. Joseph's College. I don't regret. After becoming a successful teacher in mathematics, statistics, and computer science, I completely changed my career into education and management. Management of education, I focused on it. For the next 15, 20 years, I was able to move towards that. When I was an MBA student, I used to admire Peter Drucker. Peter Drucker is a great management thinker. I had access to some of the works of Peter Drucker. I strongly refer the following article written by Peter Drucker, which impressed me a lot. Peter Drucker has written a small 4-page article with the title My Life as a Knowledge Worker. You see, he says when he was in the age group 18 to 24, he undergoes 7 experiences which helped him to become a management guru in the entire world. For about 65 long years, he never shared these experiences to the outside world. When he was 89, he thought that I must share these experiences to the external world so that young people will get inspired and they will also follow these experiences. And of the 7 experiences, I would like to refer to 3 experiences which are relevant to what we are discussing today. In the other article, he says, when you are planning your career, you must plan 4 careers. I systematically followed the suggestion given by Peter Drucker. One of the reasons why I was successful in all my careers. When I joined St. Joseph's at the age of 21, 22, I was a maths teacher, statistics teacher, computer science teacher. He says, however good you are, you cannot be shining well in the same job for 18, 20 years. You must have a major shift in your career when you are 37, 38. Total shift. Only then you will be able to devote your career for the next 20 years. You cannot do the same work for 40 long years, however good you are. I am seeing this in many universities. At the age of 45, 50, most of the professors lose interest in teaching, lose interest in doing research because you can't do the same work for 40 long years. So, accidentally, I moved on to management. I had the opportunity of developing a B-School. I was very successful for 20 long years. Then the third career that you must be able to do is take a leadership position where you will be able to lead an institution. I became a vice chancellor. I was also successful in that position. When you retire at the age of 65, 70, you must be an advisor. Whatever experience you have gathered throughout your life, you must be able to share that experience with all other people. That's what I've been doing for the last 20 years. I retired in 2005, 6. For the last 20 years, I did not waste my time by relaxing or resting. Actually, I became more active after my retirement because everybody wanted to look at my 50 years of experience and they wanted my help in developing the quality academic institutions. I've been developing some of the large multi-campus, multi-disciplinary universities across the country. Also good institutions, autonomous colleges and affiliated institutions like ISME. I never accept an assignment unless the promoters of that institution are genuinely interested in promoting good quality. Their objective is commercial, I never go this side. Right? ISME is one of the young institutions promoted by very highly educated people. If you look at most of the education institutions in Tamil Nadu, they are all run by politicians. Now, not many top academicians, run or start a education institution. I was deeply impressed. ISME has been started by outstanding academicians, highly educated people, and their focus is only on providing quality education. We are interested only in handling that institution, right? So, In your career, whatever path you select, the following principles you will have to follow. That I heard, I listened from Peter Drucker. First experience is he was a young boy in the United States working for a foreign firm. The class, his office hours are morning 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock. In the evenings, he is always free. He loves music. One day he goes for a opera. It was a fantastic opera. At the end of the program, he goes to the conductor of the opera, asks him who has composed this opera. He says, "Don't you know this opera was composed by a very well-known Italian opera composer by name Verdi. He has composed this opera recently, so I am playing it." Out of curiosity, Peter Drucker asked him, "How old is this gentleman?" He says he's 83 years old. Young Peter Drucker becomes curious. What motivates an 83-year-old person to compose a difficult opera at this age? Is it to get a promotion? Is it to get an award? Is it to get an increment? What motivates that 83-year-old man? He fixes an appointment, goes and meets him. Sir, I was deeply impressed by your latest composition. What is the motivation for you to compose a difficult opera at this age? Verdi says, the whole world has sat in judgment over my performance. They have given 5 on my performance. They have said I am the top-notch opera composer in the world. But when I sit in judgment over my own performance, I will not give even 3.5 on 5. I know I am capable of doing much better. I must give an opportunity to myself throughout my life till I exist on this earth. I must give an opportunity to myself to improve my performance. That is motivating me to compose a fantastic opera at the age of 83. This, Peter Drucker says, I will keep it as a goal in my life. I don't bother about what others say about my performance. I must do an honest self-appraisal. I must keep on improving my own performance throughout my life. Age is just a number. At the age of 83, this actually inspired me. You don't worry that you are becoming old. You can always be young, continue to contribute, improve your own performance. I was inspired by this message. Second, the experience of Peter Drucker is there was a well-known Greek sculptor by name Phidias. He made a beautiful statue. They are all decorating on the top of a palace, top of a mountain, top of hills. At the end of it, he gives the bill to the king. King passes on the bill to the finance minister. As all finance people do, they cut the bill by 5%, 10%. Whereas this finance minister cut the bill by 50%. So this sculptor was a little worried. Was there any defect in my statue so that he have cut the bill by 50%? He goes to the king and then says, "Sir, your finance minister cut the bill by 50%. Was there any defect in my product?" King says, "I don't know. Go and talk to the finance minister." He meets the finance minister and asks him, "Sir, you have cut my bill by 50%. Was there any defect?" Finance minister said, "All your products are absolutely flawless, perfect, but I have a strong reason to cut your bill by 50%. They have made beautiful statues. They are all on the top of a hill, top of a tower, top of palaces. All of us are able to see only the front side of the statue. Nobody sees the back side of the statue. Therefore, I cut the bill by 50%. This was the response given by the finance minister. To that, Phidias says, "Sir, you and I don't see the backside of the statue. Gods from the heaven see the backside of the statue also. I have not compromised on the quality of my product because nobody sees it. Whether somebody sees my work or not, God is watching all my action. Therefore, I reach the same level of perfection in whatever I do." Peter Drucker says, "I have done a lot of mischief in my life, not realizing God is watching all my actions. Here is a person who reaches perfection, even in those areas where only God sees." Even before reading this article, I used to go to Kanchi Kamachi, Kasi Visarachi, Agilandeswari temple. I have seen all these temples. I have never asked the question how the goddess looks like on the backside. We all see the goddess only on the front side. All the goddesses, even Tirupati, you see the god only on the front side. No, the Garbhagriha is 8 feet by 8 feet or 10 feet by 10 feet. Nobody will be allowed to go inside the Garbhagriha except the chief priest, right? Only the priest can go inside. The sculptor could have compromised on the quality of the product. Probably if he's an over expert, he would have said, "You are going to see only the front side, make the back side flat." One war specialist will say that you can make two statues with the same time or technique, therefore make the backside flat because nobody is going to see the backside of the god. For the sculptor, he is bringing divinity to the hands, right? It is not a question of whether you see it, whether you appreciate it, I don't care. I am bringing divinity through my hands when I work on a stone. I will reach perfection in every inch of the statue. So, Peter Drucker says, this I kept it as a lodestar in my life. Whatever I do, I will reach perfection. Whether somebody sees this, when somebody appreciates it, I will not bother about it, right? So, these are all the messages that actually helped me to walk my life for the last 80 years and has been very fruitful and successful in my entire career. The message I would like to convey for you is follow this. The message I would like to convey from my life is always take challenges. Never be settled for settling in comfort zone. You must take challenges. Unless you take challenges, you will not be able to bring out the best in you, right? Therefore, I wish you all the very best in your endeavor to become a very successful manager, a successful entrepreneur. I would like to once again thank immensely from the bottom of my heart the ISME, particularly Dr. Nitin, the director of the school, for selecting me for this prestigious award. I pray to God Almighty to bless this institution to go from strength to strength, reach highest level of excellence in the entire country, in the entire globe. Thanks so much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your inspiring life's journey with us. I am sure we are all inspired to excel in our chosen fields. And thank you so much for your blessings and good wishes to ISME. Thank you once again.
It is my absolute honor to introduce a distinguished academician, researcher, and administrator, Dr. Basavaraj Swami, Head of Department, Research and Quality. Within the illustrious career spanning over 36 years, Dr. Swami has made remarkable contributions to higher education, research, and institutional governance. He holds an MSc in solid state physics, an MBA in human resource management, and a PhD in management studies from the University of Mumbai. His leadership has instrumental in shaping some of the most prestigious institutions in India, having served as professor and dean. He's been a registrar at esteemed organizations like IIM Mumbai, CIFR, IISER Pune, and NEPA New Delhi. Beyond academics, Dr. Swami has played a pivotal role in policy formulation and research for the Ministry of Education, UGC, and NITI Aayog during his tenure at New Delhi. His expertise extends to global initiatives, including establishing a Pan-African Institute of Excellence on behalf of Ministry of External Affairs. He has also been a visiting faculty at leading business schools and has chaired technical sessions at prestigious international conferences. His research interests include management education, institutional policy planning, and organizational excellence. Dr. Swami's contributions continue to shape the academic landscape. I now request Dr. Basavaraj Swami to provide a brief overview of the conference structure and key highlights.
Very good morning to all of you. respected chief guest of today's event, Dr. D. Rasekar, Director ISEC and Vice Chancellor Pace University, Bangalore, in absentia. Guest of honor of today's event, Mr. Arnold Su, Vice President, ASIS India. Lifetime Achievement Awardee, Dr. Jaisankar. Respected Director ISME, Dr. Nitin Garg. Director Admissions, ISME, Madam Pallavi Jai. Our esteemed board member, Dr. Anand Joshi. The invitees, guests, the speakers of the sessions for next 2 days event, Dr. Ganesh Raman, Dr. Sri Ram, Dean Dr. Roni Kurian, Assistant Dean Dr. Champa, my faculty colleagues, invitees, guests, scholars, and my dear students. It's a privilege for me to present to you overview of the 2 days conference on contemporary issues in management, SIM 2025. This is the 13th international conference being organized by ISME every year in the beginning of the year. So when we start this journey of debating about the contemporary issues in management, let me draw the attention of this august crowd, august gathering, to some of the interesting statistics. According to McKinsey, AI adoption by businesses has doubled in the past 5 years, with over 37% of companies implementing AI technologies as of 2024. Since we are in 2025, we are talking of the context in and around us. According to IDC, International Data Corporation, I think Arnold mentioned that the global spending on digital transformation is expected to surpass $3.4 trillion by 2026. 50% of global GDP is expected to come from digital ecosystems and platforms as per Gartner. Automation is predicted to displace 85 million jobs by 2025, but it would also create 97 million new roles as business embrace automation. This is as per the World Economic Forum. And according to Deloitte study, 82% of executives report the leadership agility is one of the top priorities for our business success. This is the foreground or a background based on the business, economy, and the technology that we are witnessing in our era, which is shaping the contemporary issues of modern management that we have been talking about. What are the issues that these things project to us, and what are the implications for the business education for the management fraternity like us? 45% of business leaders say the current management education system does not adequately prepare students for the future workforce. We are receiving a lot of turmoil in the global arena, where the graduates in management from the top business schools of the world are also facing difficulties in placement. That's the kind of environment that we are going through. That's the kind of turmoil that we see. Online learning in management education is projected to grow by 30% annually between 2024 to 28. This is as per Education Institute report. And again, as per IDC, by 2025, the global data sphere is expected to reach 175 zettabytes, illustrating the massive increase in data generation that the managers must navigate. According to EdTech research, 40% of Fortune 500 companies are expected to invest in micro-credentials program by 2026, and there is definitely a demand for interdisciplinary focus in the management education. With this kind of a background about the issues involved, we had thought about the various tracks and the themes for 2 days of conference, that is SIM 2025. In fact, the issues were divided in 5 different tracks. Like, next slide please. The political and economic environment, we are witnessing a sea change in the global arena, consequent upon change of establishment in US and the things that are changing in terms of trade, business, geopolitical conflicts is known to us. The next track was about business excellence, competitiveness and sustainability in manufacturing, services in the agriculture sector. Next was the management of technology, redefining management education. I had mentioned some of the issues in my previous slide. Next. The functional areas, again the broad area for consideration by various researchers, academicians who want to present the papers for this conference was Some of the areas included marketing technology and customer experience and its impact on business excellence, AI-driven HR tools and employee well-being and its impact on business excellence, financial technology and behavioral economics and its impact on business excellence, and the final one, Industry 5.0 and human-centric automation and its impact on business excellence. With this kind of a setup, we have got a very encouraging response from various researchers, academicians, research scholars, not only from the city of Bangalore, from the neighboring states, from the country, and also from beyond the country. We got about 208 papers submitted, and out of them, 128 will be presented in the 2 days activities, and the institutions include the institutes of eminence, which are within the country, and also some of the institutions from where we have received the papers are the University of Sri Lanka and Asian Institute of Technology in Thailand. Next, please. So the next 2 day session is divided into workshops addressed by noted industry captains as well as noted academicians from abroad, and we also have various presentations going on in the afternoon session as well as the tomorrow session. So to begin with, on day 1, after this session, we have a workshop by Dr. K. Ganesh Raman, who is Vice President 24/7 AI on streamlining research writing from drafting to publishing with AI and visualization tools. We have AI everywhere, and you will have to go through this AI experience in the next 2 days also. Again, we have between 2:30 to 2:50 p.m. an address by a noted academician from Torrens University, Australia, Dr. Heinz Herman, and he will be speaking again on responsible AI in education and research. A second day begins with the opening address by Dr. Sriram Kotapalli, who is group head of cyber security in Infosys, and he will be speaking on the topic rising cybercrime trends and effective mitigation strategies in business management and Atmanirbhar approach. So we also have a book launch on the second day that is Inspire Someone Today, authored by Mr. N.D. Srikanth, who is the senior partner KPMG. Along with this, we also have the presentations going on parallelly. So the presentation timings in the next session will be from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. and on the second day it will be between 9:30 to 12 p.m. And number of sessions both online and offline that has been organized is day 1 there will be 11 sessions and day 2 there will be 6 sessions. All of them will be going parallelly in the hybrid mode. And allotted time for presentations and question and answers is 10 minutes for presentations and 5 minutes for question and answer. So this is in brief, in a nutshell, the kind of program that we have visualized for our researchers, our academicians, industry professionals, and our own scholars and the students here. I would request all of you to kindly take the active role in the deliberations, exchange of information, exchange of idea, and let us take it to the next one. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for such an informative and engaging introduction to our conference. It is indeed a moment of pride and accomplishment as we come to a very special segment of our conference, the release of the Book of Abstracts, which is a compilation of all the research papers and studies submitted for this esteemed conference. I would now like to invite all our esteemed dignitaries to join us for the release of the Book of Abstract. Respected Director, Dean, Assistant Dean Academia, Guest of Honor, all of the distinguished dignitaries and guests, I would like you to join us for the release of Book of Abstract.
I would request Dr. Ganesh Raman to join.
Well, sir. Sir. Sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to felicitate our distinguished guests whose gracious presence has been invaluable for the event.
I now request our respected Dean, Dr. Ronnie Jikurian, to kindly felicitate the guest of honor, Mr. Arnold Sood.
Excuse me. Hello. Sure, sure.
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Nitin Garg to felicitate Dr. Suresh Modi.
నేను పెట్టి ఇందులో ఇద్దరు దాంట్లో పడుతుంది ఇద్దరులో పడిపోతున్నాను
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Ronnie Jikurian to kindly felicitate Dr. Anand Joshi.
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Shampa Nandi to kindly felicitate Dr. Jitendra Mishra.
ఎందుకో మనం తీసినప్పుడు పడట్లేదు కదా పడట్లేదు కదా ఎంత బాగా
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I now invite Professor Shashi Rekha to kindly felicitate Mr. Ganesh M.
I now request Dr. Vishwanath to felicitate Dr. Mutaya.
I now invite Dr. Shyam Rizal to kindly felicitate Dr. Kesri. Dr. Kesri.
Thank you, sir. I now request Ms. Pallavi Ji to felicitate Dr. Sriram K.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I now invite Dr. Bharti to kindly felicitate Professor Muthaya Kongurman.
I request Dr. Bharti to felicitate Ms. Reshma Kausar.
I now request Professor Sheila to kindly felicitate Mr. Santosha Kumar. Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Shashikala to kindly felicitate Dr. Ganesha Raman.
Now, I would like to introduce Dr. Harita. Dr. Harita is a passionate academician who comes with a blend of industry and academic experience. She's an MBA and PhD from NITK Surathkal. She has about 6 years of experience in e-commerce and has worked in various companies like Flipkart and Home Shop 18. She has about 7 years of academic experience, and her research interests are in the areas of consumer behavior, e-commerce, sustainability marketing, etc. She has presented research papers in several international conferences like IIMK, etc. She has also published papers in Scopus and peer-reviewed journals. I now call upon Dr. Harita to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning. On behalf of ISME, I, Dr. Harita, extend my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you for gracing the inaugural ceremony of the 13th International Conference on Contemporary Issues in Management with your presence. I would like to express my gratitude to Dr. Raj Sekhar for kindly accepting our invitation as chief guest in absentia. However, due to the visit of Honorable Minister, Government of Karnataka and Secretary Government of India to the base university, he was unable to join us. We are immensely grateful to Mr. Arnold Su for sharing his profound insights on brand building and research and enriching our conference with his unparalleled expertise. A sincere thank you to Dr. Jayasankaran Nadesan for kindly accepting our request to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award. Your remarkable journey is a source of inspiration to us. We extend our sincere appreciation to Dr. Jitendra Mishra for his continuous support and guidance. We also thank our esteemed board members, Dr. Anand Joshi and Mr. Shivkumar Venkateshwaran, for their invaluable mentorship. A special thank you to the deans, directors, and faculty from various institutes for attending the inaugural ceremony despite their busy schedules. We greatly appreciate your presence. A special word of thanks to our Honorable Chairman, Mr. K.G. Garg, for his visionary leadership and unwavering dedication. ISME would not have reached the remarkable heights it stands at today without his guidance and encouragement. We are truly grateful to our founding directors and conference patrons in absentia, Mr. Vivek Garg, Mr. Tanuj Garg, and Director Admissions, Mr. Pallavi Jain. Your foresight and commitment have been instrumental in laying the foundation of ISME and guiding its journey to this day. Our heartfelt thanks goes to our director, Dr. Nitin Garg, whose visionary leadership has been a source of constant inspiration. We also express our gratitude to our dean, Dr. Ronnie G. Kurian, for his invaluable support and guidance in organizing this conference. Special thanks to Dr. Shampa Nandi, Assistant Dean Academics and Principal of PGDM, for her expert advice on conference management, and Dr. Basavaraj Swami, Head of Research and Quality, for his ongoing encouragement and contributions. A sincere thank you to our sponsors, AIMS, the Grand Venice Mall, Pearson, Knowledge Book House, and Kalyani Publishers for their generous support. We also thank all the delegates and invitees participating in the conference. Thanks to our knowledge partners, Torrance University, Thunderbird School of Global Management. Our sincere appreciation extends to Dr. Shyam S. Prasad, Dr. Shweta Basan, Dr. Vishwanath, Ms. Kavita, Ms. Shruti, and Mr. Sriram for their diligent efforts in bringing this inaugural event to fruition. A big thank you to Dr. Prakash and Ms. Umay for ensuring the smooth registration process, as well as to the heads of departments and faculty members for their collaboration, from event promotion to paper reviews and chairing the sessions. We also appreciate the infrastructure team led by Professor Krishnan for ensuring everything ran seamlessly, as well as the IT team led by Mr. Manoj and Mr. Nishant for their invaluable technical support. Thanks to our designer, Mr. Rajesh, for the wonderful creatives. Our thanks goes to the administrative staff for their continued assistance and to the volunteers for their significant contributions in managing the event. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to our research scholars, Ms. Sara Ruhela and Mr. Kiran Sri Barua for their commitment to the conference, and to Ms. Anusha for her tireless efforts in executing the program. We also thank Ms. Rashmi Jha and Mr. Prakash for their consistent support and motivation. Once again, thank you all for your participation and support. We thank all the students, scholars, and faculty members present in the auditorium for attending the event. I also thank the online participants. I conclude by thanking all who have worked directly and indirectly towards making the inaugural ceremony a success. We look forward to engaging discussions and a memorable conference ahead. I now request everyone to rise to the national anthem.
Thank you, everyone. This brings us to the conclusion of the inaugural session. I request our esteemed dignitaries, guests, participants, and scholars to kindly move to cafeteria on the first floor for high tea, followed by a workshop and a special session. I request everyone to assemble at Naftara by 12 p.m. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
I request all the dignitaries and staff to assemble for the group photo. Student volunteers also join.
अच्छा वो थर्ड फोटो नहीं मिला क्या?
Who is the third one, sir?
This sir, Santosh sir.
I'll send, sir.
Send that over.
I thought only two, sir. I'll send. After this group picture,
I think Sriram sir gave the thing
I
to
have,
submit.
sir. I have to see that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Other pictures connected. Hello. ఆగా పైకి ఎత్తాము వెనక్కి పెట్టి ఆగా ఒకసారి ఓకే సార్
Moments తీస్తా నెక్స్ట్ సార్ నెక్స్ట్ 12 o'clock
లైవ్ ఆపేద్దామా
ఆఫీస్ మళ్ళీ పెడతాం సేమా అలా ఈ మడవరాలు అదే తరంగా సేమ్ 2 hours
3 o'clock ఆపేద్దామా ఆగదు మనోజ్ సార్కి ఒకసారి అడిగి సార్ ఇది ఏదో
ఏ ఆపేనా మళ్ళీ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను